Hello, today I'm going to show you my August favorites as well as fails, and then I have one product that is kind of in between. I thought I would show that also, kind of like I don't know if I like it or don't. So I'm going to start with my favorites, and two of my favorite skincare items for this month have been these products from Reviva Labs, and they are the Kojic acid. This one is the Dark Spot Serum, and this one is Brown Spot Night Cream. And I know I mentioned these before in a haul from Vitacost when I first got them, and I've been using them for a while, and a review will be coming, but I just really like them. I feel like they're actually working at helping me with my hyperpigmentation, and I just really love this cream. Even if I don't need, like if it just fixes all my hyperpigmentation, I don't need to use a cream for that. I think I'm gonna still keep using it because I just really like it as a cream. It has a nice scent to it. I think it smells like roses. I was trying to put my finger on it, and I think rose is what it is. And it has a very thick consistency, as you can see, but it's not greasy in the least. And it's very moisturizing. It soaks into my skin like instantaneously. I've never used another face cream like this. When I'm putting it on, it's just like my skin just sucks it right up, and it feels so good afterwards. Like it just feels so soft and smooth and moisturized. So I really like this cream especially. I have a concealer sample from Performance Colors in the color Chalk that I have just been loving, and I've been using this a lot. It has a very smooth, like powder-like finish to it, and so it's just wonderful for both your face and underneath the eyes, and it's very long lasting and it doesn't crease. So I have been using it underneath my eyes and just a thin layer as a sort of base for other concealers, which I'll show you next. And I just really like this. I'm definitely going to get a full size when I run out of the sample. And the concealers that I have been really liking underneath my eye to wear on top of that are these two from OhSudz, and I'll have a review on this brand coming soon as well. But one is called Salmon and one is called Undercover Eye Concealer, and it's yellow, and the Salmon is a light baby pink color. And I like mixing them together, and that makes more of kind of a little bit of a salmon-y shade that you would expect the salmon to be like instead of pink. And I feel like that shade really works good for underneath my eyes because my under eye circles are purple, and orange is what cancels out purple. And so that, I feel like those two mixed together really work, and they're very thick and creamy, and you just need the tiniest little bit because they're very pigmented, and then just pat it you know, to blend. And I just put it on the very outer part because if you use too much of them, they will crease and they will kind of settle into, if you have anything for them to settle into, they will. So you just need a tiny bit, and that's kind of another reason that I use this underneath. A, to make those last longer, and B, because I do put this kind of all over to cover, you know, other areas where I'm not going to be putting that concealer, because that one's kind of more crease prone, but it has more coverage than this. And then another thing from OhSudz is I've been loving their liquid foundation. I had a sample of this that they sent me, and I used that all up and ordered a full size, and I've been using this because I just absolutely love it. It's actually light coverage, which I typically don't like light coverage, and I have this on today. I have 2 layers of this on. It's very liquidy, and it just blends right over your face just like a liquid lotion or something. And so I did one pump, and then I did another pump and put on a second layer, and that's the coverage that I have. I do have a little bit of powder on top, which I'll show you the powder that I'm using today. And it's just great for looking natural, looking fresh. You know, you can almost always tell that you're wearing makeup if you look close enough in a mirror, and this is like the least noticeable makeup, if you know what I mean. Like you can barely tell that you have it on, even if you look really closely in a mirror. And the light coverage doesn't even bother me as much as it normally would, because these products that I showed you earlier have been really evening out my skin tone. So I feel like, you know, it's looking decent, and I don't really need to put as much coverage on it to even it out, I guess. And then one homemade product is a powder, and I have a video coming on how I pressed this foundation. This isn't exactly homemade because I didn't make it from scratch. I made it from other foundations, and then I added a couple of ingredients to it to make it more dewy. And I have been loving this, and I'll show you in details in another video kind of what is in here. What I like about it is a nice finish. I have it on, and I mean, I don't look too glowy, but it is glowy, and I really like that. And I've just been putting a very light layer of it on, and it just looks very natural. And this plus this foundation is just, it's perfect. It's all I need, and I absolutely love these two combined together. And a favorite that I have been using to apply the powder is actually this brush right here from Ecotools, and this comes in their touch-up kit. It is a stippling brush, but it's actually in the shape of what you would expect a blush brush to be. And the reason I like this so much is because I watched a video by Goss Makeup Artist where he advised people with dry skin to not buff over their dry skin because that can kind of exfoliate and make kind of flakies visible and things like that. And so I was like, how am I going to not buff my powder into my skin? Because even my stippling brush, which I've been using, another one, not this one, but I have one that's kind of like flat at the top, even that one I kind of do like buffing round motions. And then I remembered that I have this brush. I actually have two of them, and I typically use them for blush and for highlighter, but I tried using this for powder, and it's wonderful because what you can do is you can just apply it like this. And it's not buffing, it's just kind of a back and forth motion, and the shape of it works well for that. And it's just been really wonderful, and it's a stippling brush, so I have been doing like a light layer. I've been trying to achieve a light layer of the powder, so this works well for that because it's a stippling brush. A favorite for my cheeks has been this BareMinerals The Love Affair Luminizer, and I've been using this as a blush on my cheeks. I have it on today. That's the only thing that I have on my cheeks. And this is just a beautiful pink with some golden shine to it. It just makes me look healthy without being too much. Like, it's really hard to overdo this as blush because it's not that bright, you know, it's like almost a skin tone shade, but it's just pink enough to make a difference on my fair skin. And it has just such a nice natural dewy glow without any shimmer or glitter, and I think it just makes me look healthy, so I've been loving wearing that. Eyeshadows I have been loving, and I have them on today. So one is Sonic from Silk Naturals, and this has been a favorite for like ever. I wear this all the time. And another one is also from Silk Naturals, and it is called Pop, and I press these. These are typically loose. And I think these go really good together because they have the same color of iridescence to them. Sonic is like a cream color, but then it has this pink and gold and copper shine, and Pop is a blue, but it has quite a bit of pink, and so it looks purple typically. Right here you can really see the purple coming through, and I just think they look really beautiful together. And I have Sonic today on like the inner maybe third, in the inner corner, and then the inner third of my lid, and I have Pop just pretty much everywhere else on my lid. And another favorite thing while I'm up close like this has been winged eyeliner. I have been loving doing my eyeliner, winging it out, and that's something that I've loved for a long time. I just kind of go back and forth. There's periods of time when I do it like every day, and then I kind of get lazy and I don't do it, and this month I've been doing it again, and I love the way winged eyeliner looks, and it really helps, especially my eyes, which are kind of droopy. It just kind of helps lift them up, and it just looks like 1,000 times better if I take the time and actually do winged liner. It just makes whatever look I have on look so much better, so I've been loving that. Just like as a concept, I guess. Since we were just talking about eyes, I might as well throw this mascara in here. I have been really liking this Lash Domination mascara from BareMinerals. I wasn't sure what I thought about this when I first got it, but I feel like mascaras really take a while to get used to, and also they will kind of dry up a little bit after maybe like a week or so of you having them, and that's what happened with this. and I like the formula much better now, and I just really like this. It works really good. It gives me, you know, both separation, gives me volume and length, and I've been liking more dramatic lashes. I usually go for more natural, like I just want my lashes tinted black and that's it, but I've been liking a little bit extra, and this gives me a little bit extra. I've been even doing 2 coats of mascara, which is very unlike me. I typically just do 1 coat, but that's something I started to do with this mascara as well. And I think my lashes still look natural, but yet they look a little bit more dramatic, and so I just really like this. And to go along with this, I have been loving this heated eyelash curler, and I did a review of 2 of these that I purchased. One is a different style, and I've just been liking this more. I've been using this more because I feel like it gives a stronger effect of a curl to your lashes. The other one, if you just want to give them like a little bit of a lift, it'll do that. Or if you want to have a more dramatic curl, that one really, it takes a lot more time. It just looks like a, I don't know, like a stick, and you just go like this with your lashes, but this is like a traditional, like closes in, curls in that way. And so this has been given a more dramatic effect, and I've been liking it because of that. And it's also been really helping with smudging because my lashes are curled and not rubbing under here, so just great for a lot of reasons. And oh, one thing that I wanted to show you when I was talking about this pop color is it reminds me of one of my favorite colors of nail polish, and this isn't a favorite because I haven't been wearing nail polish, but I just wanted to just show you this color because I think they're really similar, and it's hard to tell the iridescence in an eyeshadow, but it's easier to see it in the nail polish. It's called It's Raining Men by Spa Ritual, and oh, I just absolutely love this color because it's so unique and so pretty, and I just absolutely love it. One of my most reached for lip colors has been Acid from Silk Naturals, and I have this on my lips today, and it is a beautiful, beautiful plum shade. It doesn't have too much red, which is amazing because red looks horrible on me, so it's just like the perfect plum, and it can be a little bit dark if you apply it heavily, as you can see here, but I have it on over a clear lip color, and I have a much more subtle effect on my lips with this, but it's going to be beautiful for the fall as well because I feel like this is more of a fall color, being a deep plum. Also from Silk Naturals, this Blonde Brow Cream. This is just my favorite eyebrow product ever, and I use it every time that I do anything with my eyebrows. It's a really good color. I know it doesn't really like match my hair, but I feel like anytime I try anything darker than this, like a true brown that kind of matches my hair more, it makes my eyebrows just look really like out there, defined, scary. And this is perfect because it's subtle. I have it on my eyebrows today. It's so quick, it's so easy. I just use an angled eyeliner brush with this from e.l.f. and it's just perfect. A tool that I have been really loving that does not get enough love in my opinion are these little sponge tip applicators. These are awesome, and I know everybody just throws them out whenever they come in, you know, little pellets and things, but I actually bought these in a set of a whole bunch of these, and I was typically using them for cleaning up right around my eye area if I got mascara smudges or messed up my eyeliner or something. They work really good for that, better than Q-tips because they don't leave those little furry hairs behind. That Q-tips, they can get like those little hairs stuck in your eyelashes, and I hate that. But the reason I'm loving it this month is for applying eyeshadow. Seriously, if you haven't tried applying eyeshadow with these sponge tip applicators, because, you know, brushes are kind of like the elite thing to apply your eyeshadows with, and these are like, you know, people don't take these seriously, but they work so good for applying eyeshadow. They really, really do, and maybe it has to do with, you know, the eyeshadows used or something. But for me, these have been working awesome. I did my eyeshadow today entirely with this little sponge tip applicator, and these are just really underrated in my opinion. Scent that I have been loving, and this just makes me think of summer, is Pacifica Tahitian Gardenia perfume, and it just smells so fresh and floral and a little bit sweet, and I just love scents like that. My other favorites are the lilac and the rose from Pacifica, but this month and really this summer I have been loving this perfume because I don't know, it just smells so summery. And I just love Pacifica perfumes in general because they're natural and they're scented with natural oils and not chemicals. And these spray perfumes really last a long time. I didn't have as much luck with their solid perfumes. I feel like those fade really quickly, but the spray perfumes last just as long as just any regular non-natural perfume. So there's really no, disadvantage. You're not sacrificing performance for having natural ingredients. And my last favorite, before I move on to some of these fails and things here, is this cloth from Silk Naturals, and it is just a scrubby cloth. It is huge, as you can see. I typically fold it up in a small size like this, so it's much more manageable, and I love to use this in the shower. This is just made for exfoliating your skin and washing your body or face with it. And I just put some of my body wash on here. It lathers really good. It gets all foamy, and I just wash my body like I normally would with the poofy kind of sponge, except this is a little bit rough textured and it exfoliates the dead skin cells away, and it's wonderful. And let me show it to you up close so you can see the texture. And I've actually been using this for my face as well. If you first feel it, it feels kind of rough, and I was just planning on using it exclusively for my body, but then one day, because I've been out of my scrub that I typically have in my shower that I use, I was like, I'm just gonna try this. I put a little bit of a face wash on, and then I just went ahead and just, I unraveled it or whatever, so I just have one layer of this, and just gently kind of rubbed it on my face, and it is not too rough at all. I even found myself kind of pressing down at times to get it a little bit, more scrubby, because I really like exfoliation. I like, scrubs that you can feel that have those little particles that, really do something. And this is just wonderful for both body and face. I just absolutely love, love, love this. I've had this for several months, but it's just recently that I've discovered the face use for it, so I thought I would include it for this month's favorite. And now for my product that I am just really torn on. I don't know if I like it or don't like it, is my MyChelle concealer in cream. It has a lot of, really nice characteristics. It is, creamy but not greasy. It blends well. The coverage of this is not the most amazing coverage, and the concealers that I show you that I use underneath my eyes, I like those much better for the under eye area. But, this is good for the face. And the only thing about it is the color is a little bit too dark. Let me swatch it for you on like the inside of my arm, where this matches my face more, this area, so you can see how it's kind of too pink and too dark. And so that's really been my disappointment with this product. I think that it would be nice if it matched me, but it's kind of hard to tell because the fact that the color is wrong makes it really difficult for me to evaluate that product. So I just thought I would throw that in here because I haven't mentioned it ever since the haul where I showed it to you for the first time. And then this liquid concealer from the All Natural Face. This isn't a fail for August specifically. It's just a fail overall that I've been totally forgetting to mention to you guys. And same with these two eyeliners that I'm going to mention. I've just had these sitting around, and when I was picking out my favorites, I was going through my makeup and I was like, oh, I never told people how much I hated these products, so I'm going to throw them in this August favorites and fails video. And this concealer is just, I think I did mention it somewhere, how it doesn't blend very well, and when you apply another layer, like it's super sheer, and when you go on to apply another layer, it like melts the layer underneath away, so you cannot build up coverage no matter how much you try. So it's kind of useless as a concealer. And I love the All Natural Face as a company, and I love a lot of their products, but just this particular one didn't work very well for me. These have been getting a lot of love from a lot of people, and unfortunately they are a fail for me. And they are the Honeybee Gardens eyeliner pencils, and I had a black one that I got rid of. I think I swapped it away or something, but the ones I have left is the Blue Jeans and the Envy, and I mean the colors are nice. I'm not hating on the colors at all, especially the Blue Jeans is a really nice dark, kind of a teal color. But the problem with these is they are just so smudgy. And it could very well be that my eyes are just very prone to products smudging all over the place. Like I always have problems with especially natural products not lasting very well on my eye area. So that could be definitely part of the problem. Another problem with these is because my eyelids are oily, this product starts to melt and break down, and you're putting it, right on your lash line where you normally put eyeliner, and it starts to like seep into my eyes. And there's something in these, I think it might be ferrocyanide. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's typically in blue colors, but it might be that, or it just might be some of the natural oils or whatever, but they start to seep into my eyes and it just stings my eyes. So even if the smudging wasn't as much of an issue for me and I was willing to deal with it, I can't wear these because they sting my eyes and it really hurts. So unfortunately, those did not work out for me. And I totally forgot to mention this last favorite, which is a mug. I have some tea in here. I think this is a beer mug, probably. But I love using this for tea. And I have several of these. They are from the Dollar Tree store and they cost $1, as you may guess. I have 4 of them actually. I just bought some more. And the reason I love those mugs so much is because to stay hydrated throughout the day, I like to make myself lots of these mugs of tea. I make about 3 of them and then I just drink them throughout the day. They'll cool down, so it will be kind of like a iced tea or room temperature tea. And I don't really like the taste of water. Water doesn't really, like I have to kind of force it down, and so I don't really stay hydrated enough if I'm limited to only drinking water. And I don't like to drink juice and just things that add extra sugar and calories when I don't need them. So I like to drink tea because tea has no calories, and I drink herbal tea because there's a lot of benefits to it. But I don't like to make them really strong because I don't want to overdo it with the herbs. And so I just do 1 bag for that entire cup, and that flavors it enough to where it doesn't taste like water and I'm able to drink it. And I just find it much more refreshing. And I have 3 of these just sitting out, and I just make them in the morning and just go through all of them throughout the day, and that's how I stay hydrated, and I just really, really love them. Lastly, I love this shirt. Let me show it to you. It is from BioWare because it's a Mass Effect shirt, which is a video game that I am absolutely obsessed with, which is part of the reason that I love this shirt. But I just think it's really cute. They don't make enough cute like video game apparel for girls. They'll make just like regular t-shirts that are unisex, but I like this because it's actually made for girls. And it's a cute little racer back tank top, and everybody can know I'm a big nerd when I wear this. So that is it for my August favorites. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!